Take two. What is up, everyone? Shadizzo here. I got myself a new printer. I got myself a Ender 3. So in this video, I'm going to tell you either I love it, if you should buy it, or you should pass on it. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Alright guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I've been busy. I did buy me a new toy. I got it a week ago from GearBest. It came from China. It took about 6 weeks to get here. However, I'm very happy with this printer. So, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you've been watching reviews of this printer and if you should get it or not. I did buy this printer with my own money, so this is my honest opinion on this. So I'm just going to give a quick breakdown. This is a Bowden style printer. The build volume is 220 by 220 by 250. So, and it runs around $200 in the US right now. So this printer here is a very interesting printer, and it's very intriguing by the whole printing community. The Ender 2 is a very popular printer, but everyone's always asking, what if it's a little bit bigger? And the CR10, which is another Creality popular printer, everyone's like, it's a little bit too big for me. So this guy came along and it fits right in the middle on here. So you do have to build this together, and it took me about an hour to build, but I was watching a movie with my wife while I was building this. And if I really need to focus and get this done, I think I can knock this out in about a half hour. So it wasn't too complicated, and it's probably one of my first, well, not probably, it is my first DIY printer. The other two I had is the Makerslike V2, which is now my parts printer. I got about a year and a half ago, and my Anycubic i3 Mega, which is a super easy printer to build. Before this printer came out, it was the printer I was recommending the highest to. It's super easy, the Anycubic, easy to use, easy to build, and it just unbox and go. Now this printer came out, everyone's excited because Creality, even though that they are a Chinese-based company, they make really good products. So after I built this, I went through and I started printing. I adjust here and there more of getting the bed level, but as soon as you got the bed level, I was getting remarkable prints. I'll show you. So everyone has to print a benchy. This right here, out of all my printers, without really tweaking it, is the best benchy I've ever printed on here. Better than my i3 Mega, everything like that. It's one of the cleanest benchies I've ever printed. I made a Key Marvin on it. Very cool. Let me get that in there. Of course, the Rocket print vase mode on it. I'm very impressed. Most of these times at the very tip when you print these in vase mode, the tip gets a little curve in it or whatnot. However, it's not perfect, but it's the best I've had. From there, I went through and I started printing some upgrades on there. Now, when I say upgrades, I'm not saying you need to print these upgrades to get good prints. Most of these upgrades is just cosmetic things. Actually, not most of them. All of them are cosmetics. I went through and I print these little clips here. These are just cable management clips that click right into the printer to clean up your printer. I printed a nightshade. Don't really need it, but it was there. One thing I do recommend, and this is more for safety purposes, not for you. It's not like you're going to get yourself hurt, but there's a back plate for this. But besides that, there's if you don't have it, it's just an exposed board on there. So you're not going to hurt it by touching it. However, I do live in Arizona, and we do get moisture in the air this time of the year for monsoon season. So I suggest for one of the first thing you want to do is print out this piece and just install it on there just to protect the board, especially with greasy hands and everything like that. All right, so this printer is remarkable. I can't be any happier on this. I want to buy at least one more of these printers just to have in my printing collection. I want to build like a little maker space here, and I want a handful of printers. And this printer, I wouldn't mind to have multiples of. This is how well thought out Creality did, and how much I like this printer. Now, let's talk about. So I've been talking about the good size, easy to build, 24-volt power supply, which most printers come 12 volts. So a little bit more power on this. I like that big bed knobs on here. Let's see here. They have. Let's see my camera. So big bed knobs on here. A nice flat aluminum plate. Marvin software on here. Power supply. Everything all is in one. So if you need to pick up and move it, it's just literally unplug and pull. So now some downsides to it. I won't even say that there's downsides to this printer. Just things that I prefer if they get changed. The bed, the build tech on here, it's really good, especially with PLA. So good that I already damaged the bed line on this, the Ender 3 bed lining. The PLA stuck to it so well that I had to use their included little not chisel but scraper, and I got frustrated and I took a chunk out. Not a big deal, but what I would like to see if Ender could do is come with at least one more sheet of this, especially if this is going to become everybody's first 3D printer. At least give them some spare parts. They were actually really generous of screws, accessories to this printer. The other thing that I've been running into is this access right here. These two screws right here. What they do is they hold this bearing right here to keep tension on your belt, and over time, just on a 10-hour print or whatnot, this gets a little bit loose, and if I didn't pay attention a couple of times, it got loose and then causes slack in my belt. Easy fix. This weekend I'm probably going to go through and reinforce these a little bit and make sure that doesn't happen. But besides from that, man, this printer's awesome. So I'm just going. Before I go into what else I want to talk about on this, I want to just go over, do I love this printer? Yes, I love this printer. Do I recommend this? Yes, to a point. If you have the capability of building this, follow instructions, definitely get this printer. It is, for bang for the buck, you are not going to get a better printer than this. I was recommending the Anycubic i3 Mega. Right now, that printer is about $360. Super easy, 5 minutes put together, solid frame, you're good to go. But if you are able to pretty much build IKEA furniture, get this printer, because you're going to build it. And the instructions are just like IKEA. There's no verbiage, there's just images. You're going to build this, and you are going to get a printer that competes with the Anycubic i3 Mega. I'm sorry to keep referring to that, but it's a printer that I have that prints remarkable, and this printer here, I mean, it competes with it. It does do a little bit better print jobs, to be honest with it. So, if you could build IKEA furniture, go with this printer all day long. If you just want something, takes 5 minutes to put together, you level it, and you're good to go. I mean, the i3 Mega is still the way to go. But like I said, there's a price difference on there. I right now, everybody I talk to that wants to get into 3D printing, I recommend this Ender 3. Now, I'm going to go, not, I won't say political, but I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the 3D printing community, my thoughts on what is going to happen, like what this printer is doing to the 3D printing community. Thought about this. I read reviews. I see a lot of people printing. My own experience. This thing is tearing up the 3D community in a good way. The reason why is that there's a lot of cheap printers out there that this printer is going to put out of business, or it's going to make companies be more attention to detail on what products that they're putting out. So there are companies out there, which are the ANET company, for example. They put out cheap printers that are very dangerous, and if you're not paying attention, it will burn down your house. They skip corners. They just go with cheap products, and it's going to go. People have burned down their houses. They have catch on fire, everything like that. Creality, they care about their customers. They care about their communities. They don't put out cheap products. This right here is the same price as the ANET printers, but it's much safer. I already let this run a 16-hour print, no problem on it. So what it's going to do, Creality is challenging the market again. Creality came out with the CR10, and that's pretty much a go-through printer for build volume, for large format printers. You don't see other companies really competing with the price on performance. Now there are large format printers out there that are better than the CR10 for quality wise and everything like that. However, they're much more expensive. They come with a price tag. So this Creality, they are tearing up the market because they are making printers that are affordable, that do good prints, that are easy to work with, and they are backing it with their big community. So I could see a lot of 3D printing companies going away, or they need to improve their products. So right now in the 3D printing market, sorry, I had to scratch my eye. The 3D printing market, there's two companies that are starting to butt heads with each other, which is great for consumers. Now, when I say only two companies, in my opinion, I'm not talking about high-end stuff. It's not going to affect Prusa. It's not going to affect Ultimaker, anything like that. It's going to affect the average consumers. Myself, most of my viewers here, pretty much everybody I know that can't afford to throw down $1,700, whatever, for just a hobby. There's two companies that are going to take over the entry level 3D printing. That is Creality and TiVo. TiVo saw this coming. TiVo just released that they are coming out with their competitor printer that it's going to be about the same size. I've seen it. It hasn't been released yet. Haven't seen any reviews on it. But TiVo, they're going to probably put out a great printer and that's going to compete with this. So this is pretty much a warning shot to all the other 3D printers, Anycubic, ANET, everything like that. Basically, it's saying you guys need to get your stuff together and compete with these guys, or they're going to put you out of business. No questions asked. Which is going to be great for us consumers. I think this rest of this year, 2018 and 2019, for the 3D printing community, I have a feeling we're going to get hit left and right with great products for cheaper and cheaper price, which is great for us. So yeah, closing remarks. Get this printer. You're not going to be any happier with it. It is a phenomenal printer. I know Angus at Maker Muse. He got a printer, and I think he just got the worst printer of them all. Blah blah. He had nothing but problems. But there's been other reviewers that had problems. These new printers here, I mean, Creality listens to the communities. They watch these videos. Not mine. I'm nobody. But they watch what their community are talking, and the best thing is that they change it. They improve their printers to help out the community. So that's it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Give me a thumbs down if you think it sucks. But down below, I'll leave you guys a link where you can buy this. You could get this from GearBest, where I got mine. It's cheaper, but you gotta wait. Or you could get them from Amazon, but you're gonna be paying a little bit more. And down below, there's a guy named Chris. I kind of consider him the Ender guru. I'll leave you a link to his YouTube channel. Go drop him a follow. He's really good. He knows ins and out about these. Anytime I had like an issue with any of my printers, he does do live streams every Wednesday or so. And he's more than willing to help out. He's a great guy. So I'll leave you a link to his video down below. But that's it, guys. I'll catch you later. Thank you for watching. I know I ramble off a little bit, but I'm very passionate about 3D printing. I think it's going to change lives. I see where it's starting to go, and I'm very excited to be a part of this community. So, alright, guys. I'll catch you guys later.